My name is Brian Prince, and this is Prince Acres. We have 4.5 acres here. About just under half an acre is garden production, and we have another half an acre of fruit production. My mom is a holistic nutritionist, so we educate the public on the food we're growing with nutritional counseling whenever we can.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Prince. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist as well as a licensed practical nurse. A holistic nutritionist is someone who works with a person to help them with their diet. We don't work just with food, we work with the mind, body, and spirit as well, and trying to have people be balanced in their life as well as with their food.
I choose to farm because it just feels good to grow food and be a part of nature. Every day I'm surrounded by nature, and it's very rewarding.
Holistic nutrition is definitely helping me with farming. Up until taking this course, farming to me was just, well, let's plant what we can put away for the winter and not really think too much about it. But now since I've taken this course, I'm looking at the colors and the things that we're planting. I look more at the seasonal effective of the plant itself. What I'm going to be wanting to store for winter so that I get enough value of my nutrients over the winter time. I look at in the summertime we go for crops that are to bring us alive, to release what we've gained in the wintertime, to cleanse our body out. So we look at more of the lighter greens, things that we can forage in the yard with our dandelions and things like that. Putting in quick crops that are just going to be really liver cleansing crops.
With the heat this year, we've been mulching everything very heavily with hay. I've gone across the street and hayed for my neighbor, and he gave me a truckload of hay, so I've put hay around all of my plants to conserve water. We water with a drip line system. I've put cardboard inoculated with mycorrhizal spores and compost on top of that to hold it all down, to try to create a fungal mat to hold moisture.
You know, the public and their perception of food has been handed down through generations of families, and unfortunately I think in the last, probably since 1950, our generations have been moving more towards the processed foods as mums and families have gone into working incomes, to double incomes, and we've given the control of our food over to big corporations. And right now I'm seeing a shift coming back in where young people are starting to realize that the effects of the food, of eating the processed food, has had on their own health, and that they're starting their young families and they want to give their young families the best. So they're coming back into the farms and coming back into bringing gardens back into their homes.
There are things that we've tried here that haven't really worked out very well. We've tilled manure into the ground, which wasn't ideal because it was very high in carbon and it stunted the growth of a lot of our vegetables. We tried growing plants around tarps to tarp off the area and use tarps as a mulch, but the slugs lived underneath it, so they just kind of ate our vegetables.
The way I incorporate holistic nutrition and farming is I bring my clients here, first of all, to see what the food is about and how it's grown, to get them to be familiar with the vitamins and minerals of freshly picked foods and the preparation of them, and to see, basically the feel of nature and to know what's going on with their food production. I think that one of the things that holistic nutritionists work on is how food makes us feel, and we're very mindful of our food. So therefore, to be mindful of what we're eating, we should also be mindful of what we're farming or where the food is coming from or being farmed from. Well, one of the things that as a holistic nutritionist I was finding out, I was going and doing talks. I've done talks at the Brain Injury Society. I've done talks with Shift in Action. I've gone into the schools and things like that to promote healthy eating habits. And one of the biggest concerns people have mentioned to me is that we're on a budget. We're on a $1,200 a month budget. I've got a young family. How am I going to do this? So one of the things that we decided to support this year was a community-supported agricultural program. which allows people to buy in at a fairly low, reasonable price to be able to receive for 26 weeks an abundance of basket, 22 weeks, an abundance of a basket of food that's going to fit every color of the rainbow. It's going to be able to provide all the nutrients that we feel that are required for your family to be able to give you the best of health and to help repair your illnesses that you have now.